What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And as you can see, today we are doing another flashback Supernanny full episode reaction. This is from an episode I watched about 3 years ago, The Miller Family, Season 7. We're going to do a flashback watch here. Thank you for hanging with me. Thumbs up this video if you're here. All my Supernanny supporters, let's see if we can get 1,000 likes on this video. That's probably impossible, so I'm calling you out. Even the lurkers, give it a like for me. Give it a comment at some point and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. That's a quick intro. Also, I have a new reaction channel linked below for true crime content if you want to subscribe to that as well. It's called R Ryan's Real Reactions. Check it out. Here we go. The Miller Family full episode. Season 7, Supernanny USA. Time for some Joe Frost.
So I'm here in Phoenix, Arizona, ready to help a family, a very large family, who need my help. Let's take a look.
Hi, we're the Millers from Phoenix, Arizona.
I'm Michelle,
Yeah, I remember this guy only because of his little soul patch that I hated.
And I'm David.
and we have 6 kids. Their names are Kesley, she's 13, Kendall's 12, Marin's 10, Landon's 7, Ainsley's 5, and Avery is 3.
Man, people have a lot of kids, man.
6.
6 kids.
People have a lot of kids, man. Here we go.
Did you draw on the wall, Avery?
I'm a telecommunications specialist.
Damn, that was a headshot with that soccer ball.
Did you draw on the wall, Avery?
Boom!
I'm
As always, if you have any, as a volleyball, any insight or anything from this video that you want to help show me or everybody else that's watching this, please always feel free. Just use the comment section as whatever you want, please. Just comment away. Reply to comments. It's been helping out a lot. You guys, there's a lot of you that do it, so thank you.
telecommunications specialist. I work a lot of hours. Probably anywhere
He's a
between 60
telemarketer.
to 80 a week.
So it makes it really hard because I'm
Wow, 80 hours a week is no joke.
pretty much trying to run a household like a single parent.
Avery threw the ice cream in the cone in the pool.
Oh, not in the pool, Avery. Although those cones disintegrate like instantly, so.
Oh, look at this behaviour.
I wanted 6 kids, but I came from a small family, so I don't really have any idea what to do. I just feel overwhelmed most of the time.
Wow.
I don't think so.
Just threw her like a rag doll.
Growing up, I didn't have a lot. Because of that, I've kind of overdone it.
Man, look at that. Oh, my Lord. Good Lord, it looks like a Macy's.
My word. There's clothes everywhere.
I've wanted to give my kids everything that I didn't have. But I am a pushover because of that, because I want them to be happy.
You're a big pushover.
The dad is really sweating bullets. Look at those underarms, the sweat in the underarms.
You need to calm down. It's bedtime. You're supposed to be getting quiet time and calm down for bed. You guys, we have to calm down. It's time to calm down.
Oh, I mean, nothing much is happening here, is it? Who's stepping up?
This is bull crap.
You and I are going to have it out here in about 5 seconds.
Uh-oh.
You're trying to give me crap.
Gone from one extreme to the next.
Yeah, it's like they have the mom who's the best friend, who's like acting like their sister and brother, and then you have the dad who's like the big enforcer.
A lot of times I'll be way too overly excessive with the kids because half the time when I come home tired, the kids are kind of out of control.
I don't like the placement of this plant.
the kids because half the time
This is just screaming like it's going to get knocked over. Does anybody else have anxiety from that? Because you know nobody sits in that area anyway.
when I come home tired,
Nobody's sitting in that little nook. Those plants, scary.
the kids are kind of out of control and running the show.
Give me your phone. Yes, you did.
Uh-oh.
You're acting like a dork right now. Give me your phone.
I don't like that I've turned into this jerk.
Good cop, bad cop situation here.
Ah!
Ooh.
You know what? Give me your phone.
I was like, damn, he might have broke his neck there.
Give me your phone.
I don't feel like the kids really respect each other, let alone us.
I hid the phone from her and
Mm.
she found it.
That's a Did anyone have this
Us.
phone?
I hid
It's like I do remember this exact phone. Man, she is really close up to that thing. Anybody over the age of 25, we remember these kind of phones. Back when it went from the flip phone vertically to then horizontally, that was a big deal. That was like, whoa, hold on. Like I was never, my family didn't have enough money to get me a sidekick. So if you ever had a sidekick growing up, The one went whoosh, it would flip around, and then you had a full keyboard. That was like the biggest flex in the world back in the day. I had I think I had like an LG singular wireless basic silver flip phone. I want to get a tattoo of it, actually. That might be one of my next tattoos.
The phone from her and she found it.
Get off of me, lady.
You know
Lady.
what? Stop arguing with me. I'm
Get
your
off of
mom.
me, lady.
Oh, everyone's fed up here, aren't they? I mean, let's face it.
I'm on the brink of letting them just do whatever
Giving
they want.
up?
Giving up.
Just letting them be homeless.
This is the critical time because you're kind of getting to the point of no return as the kids start moving into teenage years.
Into teenage years.
If this doesn't work,
Send them to the army.
Supernanny, we need your help.
Whoa.
This is obviously an I'm on my way moment for Joe.
Oh dear, we've got some work to do, right? Dad, keep a lid on that temper. And Mum, get ready, because we're about to do some work. I'll see you both soon.
I'm not happy about that, Joe. You're not even on your way. How do we know if you're even going to show up? That upsets me.
Hello.
Joe.
Hi, pleased to meet you. How are you? Can I
Mom got the braces on.
come in?
I had braces when I was 22. I had Invisalign.
First arrived, of course, I was a little intimidated. She's very knowledgeable, very professional. This is Avery.
Hiya, pleased to meet you.
I'm Kendall.
Hi, Kendall. Joe, you all right?
Kesley.
Hi, Kesley, pleased to meet you. When I first walked in to meet
Kesley.
the
I've
Miller
never heard that
family,
name in my life. Kesley.
I was
We
received
got Mr. Clean there.
by a huge clan, and then very quickly they went off, and I saw what it was like raising 6 kids day in and day out.
Dad's got he's got a real shiny bald head there. You gotta
Let's try
respect
Sippy.
it.
Let's see what happens.
The first thing that I noticed was Avery asking for a bottle.
Why she sound like she smokes 10 packs of cigarettes a day? I want a baba. Sounds like a New York cab driver.
And Mum didn't stick to her guns at all.
One sip and then we'll give you the bottle. Here, take it. Come on.
It sounds like a growling bobcat.
If I give you the bottle right now, will you try this later? I'll give you a bottle if you try this later. You're going to try it later. Okay.
When Mum gave in to Avery, I thought, what a pushover. And her kids know it. Mum and Dad had their hands full, so I decided to look around the house. We've got sodden
Oh, dirty diapers.
diapers there. And I realised they're not organised at all. You walk through every room, there's just
nasty.
clothes everywhere, over every piece of
It's like a yard sale.
furniture. Seriously, it might as well be coming out of the walls.
This is the game room.
I will say, though,
It's
my
more like a
favorite
laundry
yard
room at the
sales are the yard sales where there's just a bunch of crap on like a table or like a blanket, because that's when you find the best stuff. Where are my yard sailors at?
In Ainsley, there's no system in place
I'm a
at
big
all.
yard sale fan.
Can't have this many kids and not have a system in place. What's this?
That used to be one of our chore charts.
Okay, they had an idea.
We had different chores that they had to do, and
From what I gather, this family have tried a whole heap of charts and none of them have worked. I mean, come on. Really, we're looking at two
These
parents
charts have turned into fonts.
that haven't worked, right? If Mum and Dad were having a problem with sticking to a chore chart, then what hope did they have with following through with discipline?
That's my homework book.
She was working on it first, honey. I think you need to give it back.
She's gonna draw on me. Landon, that's my
You know what?
homework
If you're
book.
going to treat it nice.
Joe already looks like, I think I might just go home.
Yeah, but you land.
Landon.
Then you're not the dad or the mother.
Mum was letting the kids run
And Landon's ripping the page out.
riot. I mean, she had no control whatsoever.
I'm not going to fight you for the page. Ainsley, this is Landon's room. Why don't we ask if he can come in his room first? You don't need to wrestle her down, Landon. Okay, Mommy will take care of it. Landon, stop being the dad.
Here, I'll close my door.
Mum's telling Landon not to be the dad and that she can take care of it, but quite clearly she's shown the kids that she doesn't take care of things.
Telling your 6-year-old don't be the dad is probably not a great sign.
What is so hard with you loading the dishwasher?
Since Mum does nothing when it comes to discipline, it always ends up in Dad's lap. And sometimes he goes overboard.
Go over there and at least start it. Go at least start it. Go sit down and try. The kids get on my nerves pretty quickly. Go look at your bed. Why are your clothes on your bed? I asked you to put them away. You get to a point of exasperation where you want your kids to listen to you. Come on, I need you to come upstairs. And they don't, and you tell them again, and they don't, and again and again. What do you mean you don't care? Are you gonna talk to me like that?
Uh-oh.
We're done. We're done.
Every room, they got some just interesting room layouts. Like this one, it's a computer room on the right. There's a big vacuum on the left, and there's just workout equipment. I mean, they just said, let's just put everything in here.
And there are moments when you can let it get to you. You think this is funny?
As always, though, nice house. Nice area.
Kesley, lately with the teenage thing going on,
What's the teenage thing?
major thing is the texting.
Right.
Because it's all
This is when texting was becoming a real problem. Back in the day, which makes me feel like ancient saying it, we used to have a limited amount of text messages for those that are like under the age of 21. Okay? And if you went over your texting limit, like if you had 250 a month and it didn't roll over and you went over, you had to pay per text message. And I got a bill once, well, my mom got a bill for like $400. And I think that was the maddest I've ever seen her because I didn't realize it. And I learned the hard way. Okay, so now that, you know, all these people, you get the iMessage back and forth all day, be glad. We had to go through the trenches.
the time.
I had quite a frank conversation with Mum later on in the day about Kesley. I don't think it's the fact that her daughter texts. I think she's worried who she's texting.
She's so sidetracked with it. She's so boy crazy. She's texting 3 boys at one time that
Whoa.
like her. But sometimes I worry, like with the boy stuff.
What is it what you're actually really worried about with this boy thing?
Well, I'm afraid of them
Getting in with the boys.
getting in trouble.
Going over the edge.
Going over the edge, yeah.
You know the dad's mad.
Clearly, Mum and Dad have got a problem with giving Kesley some freedom. And I wanted to see what she thought about it.
Her room, is that her room? Her room looks very young.
What are the things that you would like to do?
I never get to hang out with my friends, like, ever.
And have they specified reasons why?
Not really.
Have you broke their trust?
She's got that teenage angst that, you know, crossing the arms.
I don't know, I haven't done anything that I know of.
Right. Have you earned their trust?
Mm-hmm.
In what ways?
I don't know, I'm a straight A student, and I'm always helping out.
When our mom and dad come on the trip, she'll have to babysit.
My mom went to Hawaii, and my dad was at work one whole week, and I had to stay home and watch and babysit.
So she went on holiday and she left you with all the kids to look after during the day.
My dad will be here during the day, but then right when I get home from school, he'll leave to go to work. And then I'll just have to babysit everyone until the next morning.
So you have them overnight?
I'm quite dumbfounded that this young teenager has been given the responsibility to look after her younger siblings overnight. Yet this is the same young girl who can't go to the movies and be dropped off.
Yeah, that's like, okay, we trust you with our children. We trust our children's lives in your hands for a literal night, but we don't trust you to go see Shrek 3 in theaters now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the heck is that?
At 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Tell everyone it's time to eat. Girls, can you go put this? Can you go get everybody and tell them it's time for dinner?
Landon, come here and stop walking in circles. Help me pick what you want.
You guys, come on.
When dinner's going to be served, the kids gather together for prayers.
Who's gonna say prayer? It's Marin's turn. You said it yesterday.
And then it's mayhem.
It's
Oh
been up
my
in the
gosh,
room
we
for
are
2
not gonna
days.
fight over who's
Amen. Mayhem.
gonna say the prayer.
Close. They're close together.
Landon, stop getting physical, and he just pinched her, David.
Daddy.
Wait, this is kind of overload right now. Can you hold on just a second? Landon. Landon, let go.
Waffles for dinner. I used to, man. My parents never let me eat waffles for dinner. That sounds like a dream. I've always been a breakfast for dinner kind of guy. You know? My one friend, Eric, he used to have he still has a family, but his family used to eat French toast every Friday for dinner. Ooh. Only downside was they made us drink milk with it. But I'll tell you, eating French toast for dinner as a kid on a Friday was like hitting the lottery. Why do they all sound like that when they're sad? They all sound like lawnmowers.
Let's go.
Butterfly
No, the deal is after dinner. Mm-hmm. No coloring until you're done with your dinner.
Where is
Come on.
those coloring pages? Bad waffle.
No, stop.
Bad waffle.
Sit down and eat your dinner.
Don't you dare. It's an Eggo waffle.
What's Michelle doing?
She was printing off some stuff for them to color.
They want the kids to sit down and have dinner, and yet
Dinner.
Mum's on the computer.
Computer, classic, big fat desktop. I have a tattoo of it right where? I don't know. This is embarrassing. I forget. Oh, right here. I have a desktop computer tattoo of my first ever Dell back in the day. Those big fat computer screens. They were heavy too. And then the printer on the right is like the size and weight of a boulder.
Making all of these printouts for the kids to colour in, and Dad's banging his head on a brick wall to try and get the kids to sit down and eat.
I'm a little bit confused here. How does it work, you doing the pictures and trying to get them at the table to sit down and eat before doing the colouring?
I guess I wasn't thinking. Ainsley was done eating, and so we came
No,
in here.
Ainsley's
and
still
then-
eating.
So, see, I didn't know that. And Landon just ended up following in, and so that's what's going on. I usually, yeah, so it's just crazy.
It does seem like the mom just wants to be one of the girls, you know? She's more worried about being cool and giving them things, and the dad's the one that has to be like this bad guy. It is obviously not a good dynamic here.
I guess it didn't work out.
If Mum is to remain on task, then she needs to stop being sidetracked by her kids and focus more.
Oh, here comes the scary music.
Can I say goodbye to you all as a family and just say I look forward to having a family meeting with the pair of you so that we can knuckle down and talk about what we need to do, yeah?
Okay.
All right, kids, I'll see you all tomorrow.
I get the feeling that my wife
Bye, Joe.
and I are going to be crucified tomorrow.
Both these parents are going to really need to step up, because up until now, I've just had excuses, and I'm not accepting excuses.
Beautiful, beautiful area. Look at that. I mean, that looks, you know, if you told me that they were in Hawaii right now, I would say that that's a volcano. But they're in Phoenix. It's beautiful. Looks like a desktop photo in the background. Also, if you haven't liked the video yet, I'm just seeing how much I can push it. Can we get to 1,000 likes? The answer is probably no, but I'm calling you out because I know you're watching. I know you're loyal. And maybe you don't like all the time, and that's okay. I appreciate you just the same. But just give this a like. Let's see if we can hit 1,000. Why? Because I'm putting in a lot of effort. I don't make money on these Supernanny videos. And if you don't believe me, I could show you. They make the money. I just want to like. I want to be liked. By you. This is a classic Supernanny. Messed up. Table runner. Fake fruit, fake apples, fake grapes, a Supernanny staple.
So let's talk about discipline. I'll say that again, discipline. Okay, where is it?
We don't really have, you know, we both decided.
1 minute's one thing, and the next it's something other.
Right.
The pair of you together have not established what's appropriate discipline for our 13-year-old, what's appropriate discipline for our toddlers and those in between. You haven't discussed that together.
Not really.
Together.
Discuss much of anything now that I'm listening to you.
I mean, what happened? The two of you met, you decided you were going to marry and have 6 kids, and then you stopped talking. Like, what happened? It's
Yeah, like this is the time to talk. When you have 6 kids, you gotta talk a lot.
crazy. So who gives the warnings in the house?
They do at least look like they love each other, which is
Well, it
rare.
depends. If you call her warning, I'm going to call Dad. You know, that's about it.
If you're prepared to be somebody who's going to pass the buck on to Dad, then you're basically saying that what you have to say and your empty threats ain't worth nothing. And then guess who becomes bad cop? And is that fair?
It's not fair.
And then that puts you in a situation where you lose your cool and then you start to shout and yell.
You know, you make me
and then the
want to
kids
shout.
only respond to when you shout and you yell.
Yeah. Just a big ogre.
Let's
Looking for my donkey.
talk about Kesley. I heard you both say, well, we trust Kesley.
Kesley almost sounds like they tried to spell Kelsey, but they have what's the Nah, I ruined the joke. I don't know what the word is when you read things backwards. It would have been a great joke. Dyslexia. Yeah, it's too late.
But your actions don't show.
It had
you really
had
trust her.
potential.
How is it okay for your
Cooper, I'm watching you.
13-year-old to look after her younger siblings overnight while you're working night shift and you're off in another state? How is that okay?
It's not okay.
Yeah, to drop-
You're not supposed to have kids just so the kids can be your babysitters and your employees, okay? And that's what I've learned of a lot from the show. A lot of people have kids, and then they're like, okay, you're 13 now, so now I can go to Wisconsin for the night. And you can do what you want, right? It's like, no. You still got to be a parent. Those things go out the wayside when you have kids and responsibilities. You can't just be the same as you can't do the things you used to be able to do. That's why I still don't know if I want kids. Because I'm still a little selfish. I want to be able to do things. Does anybody relate to that? I don't know. I'm 50-50. Part of me wants to have children, of course, and continue a legacy. But then there's another part of me that's like, if I want to go to Vermont one week, I want to just go. Or if I'm with a wife and we want to go somewhere, I just want to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a struggle. Let me know if anyone can relate. Who can relate? Oh!
Her off at a movie at 3 PM with a couple of friends and then pick her up
Movie.
is not acceptable. When you show Kesley that you don't trust her, what do you think it does for her?
It decreases her self-esteem.
Correct.
Makes sense.
You hold them so tight, you love them, you end up losing them because they fight to get away.
The looser the hand, the tighter the grip.
Right.
Let's talk about house chores. These kids have got so much leeway between the pair of you. Why would they do it? Why would they do it when good old mum will just clean it all up, take care of it, and eventually get it done? Why?
They won't.
They don't have to.
No, you're right.
But you're teaching them to be lazy. You've got a big enough family where you can put, systems in place where more hands, the merrier.
Yeah.
You've got to change the way you think, your mindset, and your actions that follow. And I can help you do that.
This is such a classic Joe Super Nanny outfit, by the way. Just the glasses, the bright red, whatever you want to even call that, suit jacket. It's great.
But how badly do you want it?
It's my #1 priority right now.
Yourself, David?
More than anything.
Come on, David, you got this.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's going to be easy, because it's not. It's going to be challenging. But you know what you're going to do? You're going to push through it together. Thank you very much.
Together. I'm telling you, that's a volcano. That is a volcano. Maybe it's just hidden.
It certainly is important for these kids to be taking on responsibilities in the house and all mucking in to do their
Mackin?
bit. So I'm going to present them with a chore buddy system. There are chores here.
Wow, not written, but typed out. This is rare.
That I
Wow, I didn't even realize the other girl's name is Marin. These are named I can't even say it. Kesley and Marin. That might be the first time I've ever heard those two names before.
think realistically, Kendall, Langdon, Kesley, and Merrin, you're more than capable of being able to do. I concentrated on the 4 oldest children because Avery's 3 years old, so a little bit too young, and Ainsley's 5 years old, so she can help out every now and then. You have been divided into 2 teams. The purple team
Joe's so smart with the team thing. Makes it like a competition.
is Kendall and Langdon. Let's hear it for the purple team. All right. And Kesley and Marin
All right.
are the green team. Let's hear it.
Green
For the
team.
green team. You're going to be wearing
Time.
the bracelet with your colours. Catch. Mum and Dad are going to place this board up so that everybody can
Board?
see it. All right, guys, so team purple and green, take a look at your board, have a look at what you got, and let's get busy.
Oh, yeah.
Initially, both teams were really fired up about doing chores, and then Landon started to lose heart.
Are you gonna help? What I want is a new chore buddy because I see my sister Mary and Kesley work together. They get the job
Look at Landon's like a tornado.
done really quick.
Also, by the way, speaking of tornadoes, my thoughts and prayers are with everybody in the tornado vicinity of the last week or so. I've been seeing a lot of crazy stuff in Missouri and Kentucky, and you know, I'm thinking about you guys. If you're in that track or you know anyone affected, I'm so sorry. Tornadoes are so scary. I've never been near one, and I don't ever want to be. So I'm thinking of you. Please stay safe. Please.
Like me.
You're on a team, Landon. Get off the horse.
I'm on a horse.
Full close.
Dad, I had to be stuck with him. Be with her. See? I had to be stuck with him. He's not even gonna do any work if he was stuck with someone else.
Poor Kendall.
Landon, get off the horse.
I want to take my horse to the
You know what? I'll tell you why.
Uh-oh.
Because you're going to get in trouble.
No, I'm not.
Landon, get over here. Landon, I'm not even playing
Landon is quick.
this game with you right now. This is your chore time.
Something rather than dumb clones.
Landon, you know what? This is what was...
They gotta have a different job.
I felt that Dad wouldn't know how to speak to Landon appropriately and would make things worse. So I stepped up to show Dad how to handle Landon in this situation. Everybody's got their responsibilities. Dad's got a list of things he needs to do. Mum has a list of things that she needs to do
The classic plaid shorts. I had about 4 pairs. They were so cool at the time. I had a brown pair, a pair just like that, a black and blue pair. I'm telling you, I used to get them at Aeropostale.
every day. Don't dig your heels in and refuse to do it. Let's get it done so that the two of you can get a lot of work done here. This is about all of us doing things together. And if you don't choose to do the chores together with Kendall, then you're actually going to be losing out on doing things that the rest of the family are going to be doing.
There we go. You
Sure
get up.
enough, the calm, rational approach to Landon worked. And he was very motivated when he realised that he may lose a few privileges along the way.
Sometimes I find like chores to be therapeutic.
Everyone benefits from working as a team and
When
doing
I
the
vacuum.
chores. Not only is it helping me
When
because
I'm
I don't
folding
have to do it, and I
clothes.
don't have to fight with him to do it, but it gives them all a
It's
sense
kinda
of
relaxing.
accomplishment.
My dog is looking at me. How'd you just bark at? What is it? No, you can't jump on me right now. Thank you.
It was a total stress off my back.
Looks much better.
One reason Dad blows his top a lot is because Mum never does discipline, and then Dad always feels like the bad cop. So I wanted to show them both how to do a timeout properly. Okay, and explain again.
Put 'em
for a
on the
second
roof.
time why they're
That's
now
how
in
you do it.
timeout. It wasn't long before Landon put Mum to the test, but she was far too patient with all his shenanigans.
If you're not going to listen to me, I'm giving you a warning right now with your
A
outburst
nice floor, nice little faux marble floor right there.
about this. Off the counter. Landon. No, I'm giving you a warning.
Why is he
Don't
on the
come
counter
out.
like that?
Landon, do not scream.
That's a
She didn't
parakeet.
really want to put
That's a bird.
Landon into timeout. I really had to force this issue for her to recognise the importance of following through with Landon. When he does things that you blatantly know are being disrespectful, how many excuses can you give him before you decide, right, I'm going to give him a timeout?
Okay.
Okay.
You need to go in timeout right now.
Explain why. Explain why.
This mom looks like she's about to cry at any moment.
You're in timeout because you've been misbehaving. I've given you your warning, and now it's time for you to be in timeout.
Landon gave her a run for her money because he kept getting up from that timeout.
The timer doesn't start until you are in timeout.
Mum, you're talking too much.
It was horrible for me. I felt like it was never ending, and he was playing games with me.
Quit playing games with my
I felt like just saying the heck with it. I can't do this. I tried so hard not to cry.
Put him on the roof. See, that's what I'm saying. The tears are ready to come.
And even right now, it was tough.
I feel bad. She seems very sweet, right? She's not a mean mom. She's too nice.
Wait until he goes out. Ignore him. Don't have to act upon it. It's not cat and mouse.
So she's like, let him sit there. He's in a spot where he's going to play cat and mouse with you forever.
Yep.
So I went and sat down, gave a few minutes, and then he came over the table and sat by me. Of
course
like
he did.
wanted me to get up and chase him, and I didn't.
There's only one person who's in control and charge here, and that's you. And he needs to know that. So it means you need to feel it. Very firmly walk over to him and you're going to say to him, you need to be in timeout right now. If you do not listen to me, trust me, you will be going to bed early tonight. And you got to mean what you say.
As a kid, getting told to be going to bed early is a big problem. You don't want to be in bed like a baby.
Landon, you are going to go into timeout right now. For tonight, you're going to go to bed very, very early.
See, right now he's like, Mom, you're not serious, because Mom's never serious. It's time to step it up.
He was still being very resistant, but in the end, he went back to that timeout spot and he did his time.
There we go.
I was amazed.
Do the crime, pay the time.
I didn't think he was going to do it. I honestly didn't think he was going to do it.
In the end, the timeout got done, but Mum's still a little bit ropey when it comes to handling the technique. There's still more work to be done. With Mum now learning how to be more firm, I wanted to teach Dad how to be a lot softer in his approach with the children. However, Kendall did something that pushed Dad over the edge.
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh! First of all, look at everybody. Everybody's like, direct shot to the head. Right behind it is a very expensive for the time flat screen TV. That's probably a $3,000 TV.
Hey!
Sorry. It's live.
Sorry!
She said no.
You know what? Give me the damn ball. Go to your room. Go to your room. You don't do stuff like that. That was really stupid. It's just freaking ridiculous.
I followed Dad upstairs and I was shocked at how he handled this situation.
Now, what was that all about? And you totally smash her in the face with a ball and make her hit her head. Sit down! Now, that was just a crappy thing to do. Why would you hit your sister like that? Why?
I don't know.
Why would you?
Of course, Lamb pulled my hair for no reason. You don't care.
You guys are sitting there fighting. I pulled you both apart.
You didn't bring him up to his room. He did for no reason.
I just love that.
You know what? You have to admit what you did was worse. And you hurt your sister. There was no apology, no nothing. You did it like you didn't even care.
Lan said not sorry either.
We will deal with
My favorite thing is Lurking Joe. She's always lurking.
that, and we
She's always in the
will
shadows.
deal with him. And right now I'm dealing with you. I don't like this smart-ass attitude.
And then Kendall started to become very emotional because Dad was coming down so hard on her.
I think you need to apologize to
I just love seeing her in the. It's the greatest thing ever.
Marin. I'll give you 5 minutes, okay? All right. I didn't know it, but Joe was standing just outside the doorway while I was yelling at Kendall.
Oh, I heard what you said. You're in timeout now.
What happened?
I have no idea. I realized at that point that I didn't know how to talk to my kids without yelling.
It's probably a tough thing to, a tough realization to go through. Like, wait, I'm actually kind of like mean to them. And I get it. Like, there's part of me that gets it. Like, hurting your sister, throwing a ball at her face. I do believe that causes for like a, hey, that's not okay. But he took it overboard and then started kind of berating her. And what we've learned from this is that's just not going to, that's not going to work. They're just going to be scared of you, not respect. Serious music, you know what that means.
After Kendall hit Marin in the face with a ball, Dad completely lost it with Kendall.
I don't like this smart-ass attitude.
So I gave him an example of how he should have spoke to her. You're going to stand right here. I really need to talk to you right now.
At first, I was like, oh, great, Joe's going to talk to me now.
I'm really not happy
Now the roles are reversed. Pitbull is in the background.
with the way that you just behaved downstairs. And I actually felt very angry as well by what you did.
But then she was not yelling. She was talking really in a calm voice.
When you do something like that, you've got to think about what that will do to somebody else. Because that kind of behaviour hurts somebody else, right? Yes. When your dad's feeling angry with what he's seen, what do you think he could do that would help you feel that you could talk to him like you're talking to me right now?
Like, if he doesn't yell at me that much and he talks to me normal.
Right. You mean like you and I having a conversation now?
It's a serious moment, but it'll always get me. These are just, it's almost like you're watching The Office.
Yeah, like that. He doesn't do that. He yells.
And how does that make you feel?
And it makes me feel pretty sad. Like, he doesn't really like me, that he likes every
That's sad.
That's better because he usually talks to them and yells at me.
I do think you owe somebody an apology, and who do you think that person may be?
Marion.
Yeah. All right. Let me see better, okay? Let me see better. He saw the difference straight away, and he realised that what was important was for him to have more self-discipline over his temper and to respond.
Come over. Come here.
Situations that happen with the kids rather than to react and fly off the handle.
You want to watch with me?
But I still wanted to make one more point with Dad.
If you open up, they'll open up.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, they're not going to come to you for anything. They're going to be worried about how you're going to react. Don't you, as a father, want to be able to connect with your girls on some level?
I do.
And you lay down a very important
Perfect green screen for Joe here.
foundation for these girls, because the first male role model in their life is you. And if their dad doesn't give them attention, and if their dad doesn't make them feel special, guess what?
They'll look for someone who does.
Oh, then that's a fact. So what's the first step in fixing this?
Apologizing.
Show your kid by example. Showing your emotions and your soft side. It's not a weakness. It's a strength. You're about to learn that.
Preach.
Dad knew what he needed to do.
I think
now.
sometimes as men, we're raised to be like, you know, crying is for the weak and you got to be strong and showing emotions is, and then you get older and it's like, man, that's so stupid. That's so bogus. Being a real man, in my opinion, is about the opposite. It's about showing weakness, not being afraid to be human, not being afraid to show emotion. You know, that's what he needs to do.
But could he reconnect with Kendall? That was the question.
Can you come talk to me for a bit? Please?
He won't yell at me.
I'm not gonna yell at you. I was really wrong in the way I treated you. I'm sorry for getting mad. I know I yelled way too much. You did make me really angry with the way that you treated Marin. And I was really disappointed. And you just kind of surprised me. But I'm sorry. You know I love you. Can I have a hug?
After he said sorry for yelling at me, I felt pretty happy.
Oh,
I love you, honey. And
It's
I'm
a good-
sorry
good
for
moment.
yelling at you. Okay?
Okay.
I thought I was a great dad, but listening to my daughter tell Joe that she was afraid of me. No child should ever be afraid of their parents.
yeah, that's got to be a rough moment as a dad. But hey, good emotion here. Great emotion. We love to see it.
Dad has resolved issues with Kendall, but Mum and Dad still have a trust issue when it comes to dealing with their 13-year-old daughter, Kesley. So I took all three of them aside and asked Kesley to be honest about how she was feeling.
Well, sometimes I feel like you guys don't trust me when I go out with friends to, like, not just friends' houses, but, like, bigger places, like the mall and stuff.
When you're 13, man, the mall is awesome. You got to go to the mall when you're 13. I used to go to the mall when I was 12, 13, 14, 15, once a week. It's just a rite of passage as a teenager.
The mall, I've never been able to go off by myself.
Okay, well, we can change that. If your homework's done and you've done your chores, we have no problem letting you go out to the mall with your friends.
You're asking your parents to, like, trust you more. So what can you come to the table with so that they can hold you to a promise as well?
I'll set aside an hour of my day of studying.
Okay, that's good. That's a commitment.
I'm willing to let you do these things. Don't blow it.
What is it that you're fearful of?
Just letting go.
The fear comes from Kesley being robbed of what?
Her virginity. Her innocence.
I did not expect him to say that.
You know,
His mind is in a bizarre flow. Jesus.
I
Her innocence is a good way to say it, but Jesus.
Kesley's there.
Kesley.
Hi.
we're willing to kind of cut the strings a little bit. And it's hard. Because I love you. Mom and I love you.
And once again, I'm sure this is easier said than done, right? You know, watching your teenage daughter go from a baby to 13 to boys and going out. And I get it. I get it. I think the virginity thing was a weird thing to say, but I understand the fear of not having control anymore, you know?
Emotional seeing David open up to his daughter and opening his heart to her, because I don't think he's ever done that. Made Kesley realize my dad really does care.
We want what's best for you. The boy thing is already here. Dad just has to go buy a shotgun.
Dad might not be joking there.
All right. It's tough
Dad didn't laugh at that one.
to let go.
Jesus.
She's my little girl. I love you.
Love you too.
And you don't ever want to have her in a situation that, you know, she's going to get hurt. But I just want her to know that I'm there. Let's make good decisions, okay?
Okay, so I'm gone for several days. Whilst I'm gone, I would like to know who's going to be doing chore buddies. All right. This family
Even the little one held up her hand.
challenges whilst I'm gone for several days. There's no two ways about that. Mum and Dad, discipline, follow through, follow through, follow through.
The biggest struggle I think I'm going to have once Joe's gone is the tantrums and the timeout.
What is media blackout? Maybe that's like a, you know what? That's probably for like if they get in trouble, they put their phones in there. Media blackout.
But I know it's something I
It seems like they've definitely tried some things here, though. I'll give them credit before they had to go to Joe.
need to do. We'll see what happens.
I'd like to see Kesley down at the movies with her friends, drop off,
Seeing Shrek Frey
pick up, and
in theaters now. Cooper, what are you doing? He's stretching all the way down.
having some fun, all right?
I am a little nervous about not having her around, but it's a learning curve, and I'm here to learn.
It's certainly going
Here, put your feet
to
up.
be a challenge for Dad to
Here,
keep
put it like this.
himself on an even keel and to control that temper.
Supernanny. Okay, I'll put you back. Okay. Up. Oh my goodness, it's getting heavy.
Oh. Hi.
Hi.
I've been away for
Let's see how they did.
several days, and I am very curious to see how the Miller family have got on. We've certainly
We are
had
the
some
Millers.
work to get through. So the first one we're going to look at here is teen trust.
Sorry, I just got to stretch here.
Okay, Kesley, here's your money. Enough money there to pay for the movies and get something to snack on. Okay, I love you.
Now today, if you have to get money to go to the movies and a snack, you need a loan. You need about $200 in cash.
You guys have a good time. Bye.
They're shocked. Look, they're like, she's out.
Okay, how many times did you circle that car park?
I drove pretty slow out of there. I can tell you that
Oh,
much.
you must have. But you did it. You
did.
did do it. And so what happened?
It was great. When she got home, she came in my room and she sat there and talked with me on about her whole night and what happened.
See, when you give a kid a little bit, if you let go of the leash and you give a kid a chance to do things, they'll want to tell you about how things went in their day and stuff. You know? Like when I was younger, my parents did a good job of that. They would let me ride my bike around. They trusted me. I would do things, go out and play baseball and stuff. And then I'd come home and I wouldn't just give them one word. I would tell them what happened and things that went down and it was fun. And that's because they let me do it. You know? I think there's a nice medium. You don't have to be a helicopter parent. You can be, you know, you can be a lesser extreme of that and still have your kids' faith in you.
The fact that she come into your room, now that behaviour is so normal. Now, if she goes out and she starts to go straight into her room, that's when you can switch on that little aware button and think, oh, I wonder if they think it's okay. So you can start to read your teenagers and understand, you know, that maybe something's slightly off. So we're going to move on to chore buddies.
I need you to come in and start your chores.
I can't actually do my chore right now, Dad, because Landon's eating.
Why don't you pick up now while he's eating, and then he can vacuum, and then you...
I'm telling you, for like 2000 and whatever this is, what? I never know. 6, 7, 8, who knows? Someone could tell me in the comments. It's a nice kitchen, a nice fridge, a nice, like, if you told me this was a 2025 kitchen, I would say, sure. It's aged very well. I like some color, like cabinets that look like that, like walnut red. You know, like how everything is gray now. Like even the floors in my place is like that, the gray linoleum, and I hate that. I don't like gray. I miss when there was some color. I want some cherry red cabinets like that. Oh, you know, I like that my door is dark blue. I like a little bit of color. That's why I have lights up and things. I don't like boring, bland colors. I feel like in like 2018, 19, that like started that trend of gray everything and white everything. We need to bring color back.
You can trade off, start your chores.
Landon's got to pick up the slack here.
Yeah, what's happening here?
Oh, Landon, just wanting to play with things, and sisters were busy working.
Exactly, and he knows. Don't worry, I'll just sit back a little bit.
She'll
He's
do
great
it.
at stalling
Yep.
the situation. Perhaps I'll get to sit down while my sisters do all the work. God, I guess he's trying to find himself a girlfriend and a wife like that at the end of the day as well, right? Okay, we need him as a 21st century man. What we can do is encourage Kendall to do her bit and say, leave the rest because Landon will have to do his share. Okay. And then you can say to Landon, look, if you're going to do this with your sister at the same time,
or on the, say it with me now, roof.
or you're going to end up having to do it 20 minutes later. Because at the moment, we've got him sitting on his hiney thinking that he's going to get away with doing it and his sister's going to pick up the pieces.
Right.
So we're going to move straight on to mum discipline here.
Marin, look at me. Touch that one more time. This is your warning. I will put you to bed early tonight.
She touched it.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, and guess what? That's the Wii right there. Classic. You know, I never owned a Wii for some reason, but my friends did. I used to be so good at Wii bowling.
That's it. You're going to go to bed early. You're going to bed when the babies go to bed at 7:30. Marin, look me in the face.
I'm having it.
Give me the remote right now.
I'm playing.
The Wii
Right now.
wheel.
I'm playing.
You are not.
I'm playing.
Look at me.
Uh-oh.
Give me the remote right now.
I'm playing.
I'm not going to wrestle you, Marin. You're going to hand it to me. No, it's too late for that. Okay, you let go of this right now. Marin, you're going to go to your room or you're going to go to bed
See, Marin's definitely tested mom here.
early every night this week. Okay? Every night this
I've
week.
seen every kid so far do this. That's
The discipline is still in a place where you're fighting
yeah.
for that authority. When you actually started to fight for that computer piece that she was holding,
That's Joe showing her age there. It's a Wiimote, Joe. It's fine.
you should have very clearly demanded for her to turn around and look. And when she refused to do that, you should have then told her that if she didn't look at you, you were going to turn the computer off.
Okay.
So you're taking control of the situation. You do not need to fight for a steering wheel.
Right.
Because this is what happens. You're so angry with her by this stage that you've then given her an unrealistic discipline. You've said, you turn around, otherwise you're going to go to bed early every day this week because I'm so mad with you that I'm going to put you to bed every day. It's Monday when you said this. She'd be lucky if that lasts till Wednesday. And then basically, you've shown your child there and then that you didn't mean what you said.
No follow
We're
through.
gonna concentrate more on our focus, definitely.
Big time for
Yeah, they just think they're empty threats. They're like, yeah, whatever. You could say whatever you want. You're not going to do it.
Okay. Let's take a look at Dad's tone.
Get up, eat your lunch.
I don't like hot dogs.
Let go of her hot dog.
I don't like
are
hot
you
dogs.
3 years old?
No.
Then stop it. Do not throw food at the table.
What did you just do with your body? Identifying when you're losing it. What did you just do?
Put my head down in my hands.
Your body language speaks absolute volumes. I'm angry because this is happening, and you know what? That's happening. I'm angry. And when you see that, you then go, oh, I need to check myself here. If you're aware of it,
Check yourself before you wreck
change it.
you can
yourself.
change it.
I like this dad, though. He has a lot of self-awareness, and he's not afraid to admit his flaws. And that is great.
What was that?
What was that?
Why would you do that?
Scared me.
No, I told you go up to your room. You're not going to be down here. I did not. I wanted you to show me because you said you were done. You're not. Go back up to your room. Finish it. That was rude. Don't ever just slam your books like that. That was kind of dumb. What? What?
Uh-oh, Joe's not going to be happy. He's raising his voice.
Wow.
Sometimes you're losing it and sometimes you're holding it together. When you realise
Together.
you need to vent it out, go out in the backyard and talk to yourself. You make decisions. Am I going to behave like this or am I going to behave like that?
Okay.
And then come back in. It will help you with your tone. So, we're not done yet. We've still got work to do, as you know.
Always work to do.
Okay, so let's get on and carry on with our work. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you, Joe.
Dad has made a lot of progress, keeping that temper under control. However, would he be able to promise his family that he could do so after I'm
You about to film an adult video here? What's going on?
gone?
How can something so small be so intimidating?
That's what she said.
I'll leave you up here.
All right. I realize there's a lot of things I want to tell my family. And there were a lot of things that I probably wish I would have said a long time ago.
We're all gathered here today as a family because
Big
Dad
ottoman.
has done something very special.
Oh, yeah,
He gave
I do remember this. He films a video, right? A little, like, a vlog. He's a vlogger.
all a message. All right, are we all ready?
Dad becomes a YouTuber.
I'm so glad for this opportunity to see me as you see me. And I can tell you that I haven't been very happy with the things that I've seen. I guess the biggest question, is what kind of dad do I want to be? All too often, I'm very quick to jump to conclusions or to allow myself to
She don't know what's going on.
become angry. And I'm sorry. I love you, each of you. Because
Except Landon.
how mature and responsible you are. And Kendall, I'm very proud of you. And I'm sorry for butting heads with you all the time. Marin,
You're annoying.
you're my little teddy bear.
Oh.
Landon, I hope that I will have done a good enough job that you will likewise be a good father to your own children. And to my little ones, Ainsley and Avery, you are two of the very best little girls in the whole world, and I'm so proud
But yeah, they haven't really done anything bad during this, except sounding like a smoker.
of how you are growing up. And I would like to tell my wife, I only hope that one day soon I can become that husband that you have always deserved.
Yeah, that's sweet. You gotta respect someone being vulnerable, You gotta respect it.
I love you all.
You gotta respect it.
Any thoughts
Can you imagine, like...
on what Dad's had to say? Anybody want to comment?
hated it!
Anything?
Soften my
I
heart.
remember how I walked. My dad gave a really, really, really good speech. I was about to cry during the video.
Did you need to hear what he said? Yeah.
It was quite an emotional moment for the whole family, but it was something I think we really needed to see, that he really does care.
I think he did an absolutely fantastic job. These kids learnt today, through example, how they too can express their feelings and be okay with whatever emotion they're feeling because their dad did that today. I've got to take my hat off to him.
Joe, you're not wearing a hat. Bound, bound, positive music, happy music.
Joe,
That
just-
means the family's happy. That means that Joe is leaving. That means the episode's over.
Going now.
This is just a little bit of love.
Excellent, look at this.
I can now
Oh, that's sweet.
interact with
Joe puts it in the trash on the way out.
my kids
I can't fly with this.
without having this authoritarian, dictator-like rule over them.
Bye, Cassie.
The best thing with having Joe is that she's been able to help our family with our problems. It's really nice.
Thank you so much.
It's been such a great experience, and it's given me that hope that my kids are going to listen to me, and I'm going to be able to get through my days and go to bed without all of these overwhelming feelings. Joe has been a major blessing to our family.
Come on, everybody. A big hug.
This family, they have done all the hard work and the preparation to maintain the change that's happened over the last 2 weeks. And for that, I wish them the best of luck.
She did it again, everybody. She did it again. Queen Joe Frost. Down, bam, 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 bam. There you go. Supernanny. Done. If you're here, you are loved and appreciated by me. Can we get to 1,000 likes on this video? Once again, that's probably not going to happen. It's just a challenge for fun. It's just for funsie. If you made it to the end, please give this video a like, comment about anything, and or if you have any updates or if, you know, whatever. You guys know at this point what helps me and what helps the channel. My Twitch is in the description, where I stream 5 days a week watching shows. Come on, follow me on that. Come on by and say, hey, came from YouTube. It would make me happy. And then the other big one is, if I can get like 50 of you right now that haven't to subscribe to my new channel, it's doing really well. It's like body cam, true crime interrogation, court cases, all that stuff, all in one. And I'm reacting to things like the Johnny Depp trial, stuff like that. So subscribe to that. Ryan's Real Reactions. The link is in the description. You guys know where to find everything. It's always going to be there. But let's just show some love on this one. You know, just show some love. Easy for me to say. That's it, though. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for listening to me yap. Thanks for watching some Supernanny with me. And I'll see you very soon right here on Ryan's Average Reactions. Peace.